Hello, my name is Maria Paula Ruiz, and I'm going to present my dystopian society. My dystopian society name is The Endless Maze. First of all, I'm going to talk about my own philosophy. So I want to make you have clear that my maze is divided into two spaces. The left space is assigned to men, and the right space is assigned to women. Between them, they don't know the existence of each other, so they only know what is a woman and what is a man. No one has the right to go out of their maze, so men can't go to the right space of the maze, and women can't go to the left space. It's totally prohibited. Everyone has to live in their own houses or apartments and can't have physical contact with each other. This because the screens that control people have the rule, and it's like the principal rule for them. Uh, Continuing with my philosophy, I want you to have clear that the maze is controlled by screens. Screens are located in each space of the maze, also in each house or in each apartment of people. And no one knows who is behind the screens. The only thing that they can see are eyes that are shown in the presentation. Also, it is important to have noticed that there are no kids in the maze, and people that are new in there are because they are mysteriously sent by an unknown door that is located in the center of the maze, and are and the job of the screens are to accommodate them to any space of their maze that they think they could work good. Talking about education, it's important to notice that education in the maze is all virtual, and we are used to think that education is for kids that want to learn about cultural knowledge, but no, this education is for adults. Um, it is different the education for women than for men. Also, it's important that all education is learned by the screens that are in each apartment or house. The screens only teach about political belief that are principal the screens. There is not other political belief. Religion in here doesn't exist, and a very important thing that everyone has to do is to write or comment all the thoughts that they have in the day or in that special moment. They have to tell them to the screens because the screens need to know all about people. Continuing with education, is really important to know that people that have access to it is because they do an extra work. This extra work is different for women than for men. It is also important to know that some people are selected from the screens to do a work for them, but nobody knows what it is until they are selected to it. It depends to be selected if in your personality and how the screens see you when time passes. Another thing that is important in the education is that they have their own language that was created by the screens, and everyone has to talk in this language. Now I'm going to talk about gender roles, and I'm going to start with women. They don't know about the existence of men. Also, their extra work I just spoke about is cleaning the maze. By doing this, they have access to education. The education for women is really different of the knowledge we are used to know. This because their education is learning to cook and wash clothes. Dependent of each personality, women are selected to help screens with publicity, but they are very few selected. Finally, women are thought to sing a sad song every morning representing the sad life the screens want them to have. Now, talking about men, they don't know also the existence of women. Their extra work is to help sick people in their part of the maze. When having access to this education, for them it is important to learn to construct and solve technological problems. Screens thought them a brave song for representing powerful people, and the most brave of all are selected to protect the maze. But men, I don't really know what they should announce as a danger. Now I'm going to talk about working conditions. For it, it is important to know that all work is done at home, except the extra work that is cleaning for women and constructing for men, that they can go out but without talking with anyone. All the work that they do, it has to be shown to the screens because screens need to know all about people. It is also important to know that work is every single day and 8 hours a day because for them Saturdays and Sundays don't exist. If screens notice that people are not able to do their work, they delete them at nights when nobody notice anything. Also, it's very important to notice that everything people do in the maze is by themselves. They don't have physical contact with anyone. They can talk with anyone because if they do that, screens delete them at nights. Also, it is important to know that by doing their work, they don't have anything exchange because they don't have idea what is money and what it means. So all they do is because they have to, but they don't ask why.